Okay, let's go.
Yeah, we're back live here in Board X at the Auckland Showgrounds Home Pro Showcase. Toots, I'm really enjoying this morning. You can hear them in the background at the moment. They're doing the drift display outside in the live action arena. And this is really interesting because if you think about it, how we lead into this little chat now, I really want to talk about up on the hill. There are three very, very cool cars. All right.
Oh, yeah? What's those cars there, buddy?
Well, if we had our roving reporter, producer Dre, who's not here with us this morning because he's still in bed. Thanks for the youth of today. Yeah, I can sleep for Africa. So, with the Bigger Fuel cars, right? Now, Bigger Fuel and us, they were our first ever non-part of us sponsor. They were our first commercial sponsor 20-something years ago, right?
Yes, sir.
And I was talking to a gentleman earlier, and he's pretty well known within the scene, right? But Johnny Promo had the best hair back in the day, and I get accused of being a little bit, awkward. Let's bring in Johnny Promo and look at this for a gold grease line. You know what I mean? Like, how good's this? That is a head of hair, ladies and gentlemen. Now, but 20 years ago, that was jet black. And we met up in Ponsonby. We had lunch. We were filmed. They even let me cook some chips and stuff like that. The aioli, that's so good, that stuff. And then Johnny Promo took me for a cruise. And it was what was it?
67 Dodge Monaco. Low ride.
That is, we're gonna hunt that footage out of the archives. Pull out the videotapes, everything else like that, because it was really, really neat. But one of the things that we love about Johnny is he is a judge. A judge. Here at the show, at Chrome Showcase, apart from Bigger Fuel and supporting the top 50, but you're a judge here. You've been doing judging for how long?
For mothers, just the last probably 5 years or so at different shows and things.
So let's talk about the judging here at Chrome Showcase.
Yep.
What do you reckon are the standard of the cars?
The standard of the cars is a lot higher than it was maybe 20 years ago.
You're right.
That's pretty evident.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's a pretty high standard. There's still a long way to go for New Zealand cars in general, no matter what the genre. But yeah, pretty high standard. We had 10 judges, as you know, as part of our team that we selected to do the judging. We finished most of it at 12 o'clock last night, sent them home.
To day two, right? So,
yeah.
Because we had loaded on Friday, everyone's cleaning the cars, everyone's going nuts, and then 10 of you guys in the team, and you're working till 12 o'clock last night.
Yeah, it's 3:30 by the time all of the stuff was tabulated properly and that. We're doing it all digital now. Peter Elmers, who's been doing mothers for
We love Peter.
36 years, absolutely. Yeah.
Massive props to Peter, because he's wicked in the scene.
Yeah, he's developed a whole system now for judging, which is state of the art. It's first in the world, and I won't go too much into that. But he finished doing all of the results and that digitally 3:30 this morning, and so at 8 o'clock this morning when I arrived back here, everything was very, very easy to roll out. We've put the 20 top cars. They all have their rosette on there, and of course at the prize giving we'll find out who won.
That's awesome. So now I know that you're an American classic kind of guy, but you have a bit of a background in hot rodding.
Yeah, me and my brothers built cars when we were very, very young. My dad had an engineering shop at the back of the house, so consequently we learned all of those skills at a very early age. And we were all, V8 mad. Dad had F100, so we were Ford guys. And
you can't help that, bro. That's all right. That's okay.
I'll challenge you on that another time. We'll talk.
This is one of the things that I've really noticed about Chrome Showcase is, like, because we're the import guys, Import X, right? Yeah. But now we're all together, the community as a whole.
Yeah, well, just remember, in terms of history, though, we were import guys as well. Our cars came from America.
Yes, that's true. So it fits, it works. I like it. I see where you're going with that. So with the same but different. You had big, heavy
Yeah,
V8
we
cars.
cruised Queen Street in the late 70s. That's where I met all my friends, or still my friends.
Yep.
And we were all American cars, 57 Fords, 57 Chevys, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. And it was just old. A lot of them were beat up, just old American cars that managed to find their way here,
Now, because you're actually, I'm going to have a punt at this. I'm going to say that you're older than I am.
Mm.
Can you remember what your first car cost you?
Yeah. My first car was a 46 Ford Coupe, and it was $200. It wasn't going, and I ended up trading it for a 47 Ford pickup because Dad had F100s. So, yeah, and that car was $1,100, which was a lot of
Wow.
money
I
back
thought
then.
you were actually going to throw out the pounds and halfpennies and that situation.
The grey hair, the age. Keep going. Yeah, keep it rolling.
Yeah, it's nice to have someone that's actually older than me on the
That's
show
all
for
right.
a change.
I don't mind. I don't mind. I like being the age I am.
That's
I have a
exactly
young
right.
wife and a young daughter, so
You're only as old as the person you feel, and that's the idea
that's
that
what
I
my dad
say.
used
mate.
to say.
Absolutely. And this is the thing as well, because and you talked about genres.
Yeah.
Like, you got a bit of a rockabilly feel there. You got the Chuck Taylors on, whereas we wear Jordans, stuff like that, which is
What are those? What's Jordan?
really the GOAT. Come on now. Wow, that hurts. So you took me cruising in the Burger Fuel car,
Yeah.
right? Which I just have some great memories of. You talked about cruising Queen Street in the 60s and 70s.
70s for me, yeah.
All right, settle
Not that
down.
old.
Settle down. This is one of the things that people don't sort of understand is that now for my age group, well, like the RX2s, we are really the RX2s, the RX3s, the RX4. Retro is so cool,
Yeah.
right? And this is what if I could get my hair to look like that, I really would. I'm going Toots' way. It's far easier. Hey, we've just gone off air.
Sorry, that was me. I pushed the wrong button. Yeah, I am certainly challenged in the follicle department upstairs, but that's okay. Hey, look, guys, I just this chat has been incredible actually, and I love where this is going. But we've just had Chrome Cam come on stream, and he's in the hall. So in a moment, we can throw to him and we can talk about some of the cars that are perhaps in the early 50s. So sorry to interrupt. Let's carry on. This is great.
Chrome Cam. This is technology. All right. Now remember, windy. Here's a funny story. Right. My kids. We had a 1984 Toyota Hilux that we called Turbo, and it didn't have a turbo. But my kids, I popped them in the car, and my little one said, "Can you turn the aircon on, Dad?" And I was like, "Oh, this doesn't have aircon, but wind the window down." And he looked at me, and he was like, "What do you mean, wind the window down?" And I was like, "Do the lever thing, and like you wind it." Anyway, like for the next 15 minutes, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Novelty.
So, yeah, like how retro is this car? So when are we ready to go live? Let's go to Chrome. Let's go to Chrome Cam. I got a technical issue. I understand.
We're all right. But just keep going. Keep going.
So the other part that I have really mentioned through this whole thing is that the lifestyle, but also the friendships that have been created.
Oh, we're here.
We're Chrome Cam live now. Look at the state of this thing. I mentioned this yesterday, Johnny. This
Chevelle.
This is gorgeous, right? I thought it was a Pontiac, but it's a Chevelle, right? They're sister cars, though, right? Aren't they? They're
muscle car era.
Muscle car era.
Yeah.
Right. And my favorite thing about this car, and it's incredibly detailed, but I love the fact that they went to the effort with. See how the wheels are that color?
Yeah.
The door handles, right, are linked, and the billet door handles on the inside of the car. The effort that they went to, this is what I call next level out of control.
Exceptional interior, all color-coded trim, color-coded interior. That
is a labor of love. Now, there is a rumor that car was a ring-in at the last minute, and it had over 4,000 man-hours in that car.
Oh, I believe that.
It's stunning. So, on a global scale, let's talk about that car. Where does it fit? Like is it a bottom third, mid third, upper third?
Oh, let's just say not that car in particular, but let's say a car like that, because
Yep.
I don't want to,
No.
let anything out of the bag in terms of what we've been judging and what have you. But if you look at it on a global term, you've got cars at SEMA now that are winning, the Battle of the Builders, for example. So Mothers is deeply involved in SEMA, as you know. That's where the
Absolutely.
Shine Award comes from and the Choice Awards, which we'll be doing later on. That's all tradition from SEMA. So SEMA's seen as the place to debut a new car. Well, we've got professional builders now, like Troy Trepanier, for instance, with his 36 Roadster. Well, it's not a 36 Roadster. Everything on that car is handmade. I don't know whether it's got aftermarket pistons in there that he didn't make, but aside from that, everything on the car is hand built. You got a car,
like just like everything.
Oh no, the whole body.
Hand.
36 Roadsters are not traditionally built as a high boy, meaning no fenders, right?
Yep.
So he's built a fenderless 36 Roadster, and everyone's like, "It's not going to work. It's not going to work." But he hand fabricated the body, everything. If you look at that car, I met Troy last year at SEMA, the year before, sorry, and the build quality. He does George Petit's land speed cars. Rest in peace, George. And when you see the level of a race car, that does 300 miles an hour with a four-cylinder on it, a Barracuda, they call it Blowfish, right? That car there as a race car is like, it's a show car as well, on the highest level. But these cars, are millions of dollars, not hundreds of thousands, millions, not one, not two, more than that.
Wow.
So that's the level. But, those are professional builders that are doing that day in, day out for people who have the money that are able to say, yeah, open checkbook, but I want the best.
Understand.
So
this is one of the things as well. And I've had this little argument over the many, many years, right? You can go and buy a Ferrari. Now, Ferrari is one of the most well-known brands in the world, and they've been in Formula One since the beginning, right? But I look at a Ferrari and go, meh, there's more than one of them. It's not exactly unique. And I know you can customize all the rest of it, or the Lamborghinis or the McLarens and all of those sorts of things. But if you look at a car like, when you pull up, right, in a car like the Camaro or the Chevelle or an Evo, or there's some sick weapons around, people will look at that custom car because it's completely unique to the individual. And it's what I like, the uniqueness, and everybody's style is a little bit different.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. That's what this show is about. It's like, there's 4x4s here, there's JDMs, there's Euros, there's whatever. There's stock cars, meaning just off the factory floor. We've got the brand new Z06 Corvette over there, 1,000 horsepower. It's an awesome car, right? That's the one that's featured on our new product. And so we've got that on display there. But it is stock, but it's 1,000 horsepower as well. And you can buy it off the showroom floor, do any kind of racing you want, really.
Sure.
But it is not custom. It's awesome, and it's a cheap, affordable supercar. In America, 150,000, something like that, maybe 200,000 US will buy you that car. That compared to a Lamborghini Veyron.
Look at Tim Woods' Ute here, right? Now this was built in Australia.
Beautiful truck, yeah.
Just there. Look at the wheels.
Yeah,
right?
nice wheel tire combo. Yeah,
it
nice.
It really does appeal to me. But you know what? It's not a 13-inch chrome moji, but it's still, to me, that just looks insane. I love that car.
Yeah,
it's
look,
well done.
We're the Mothers judging team steered ourselves. I said to all the guys, it's like we're judging perfection in every detail, which is the Shine Award mission statement. That's what it stands for, perfection in every detail. So it doesn't matter what the car is. It's actually, is the panel work, fit and finish, is the paint, is the chrome, is the whatever, is the wheel and tire combination suit the car, what is the stance, what's the interior like? All of these things, you can look at these cars and go, oh, I don't like the old Chevy pickup, whatever, man, not my cup of tea. Or you go, oh, I don't like that Mazda RX-3 over there, not my cup of tea. But put that aside, and this is how we judge cars at this level, it's like, look at the fit and finish, look at the quality, look at the fabrication that's gone into it.
For sure. So it doesn't matter what you're rolling.
Doesn't matter. The Shine Award winner is going to be the car that's got all of those things that fits best that statement. Perfection in every detail.
Fair to say then, when it came to having to adjudicate that particular award then, Johnny, that
Yeah.
It was probably the most hotly contested, the deepest conversation, the
Well,
longest thing to
it's
think
seen
Were
about.
there arguments?
at SEMA for many decades. Peter Elms, especially, he was a SEMA judge for like 16, 18 years, something
Yep.
like that. And they have the same thing, group of 10, 12 people, and they're all professional hot rodders, car builders, whatever. There's arguments. Last night at 11:15, we're still thrashing out trying to come up with the top 20, so the 10 choice awards, which will ultimately, one of those will be chosen for the Shine Award. And then you've got the 10 awards that are the people who are like the rising stars, right? So to get to those 20 cars, oh my gosh.
Look at this for this. This is
Yeah,
Tony
see-
Margavina's car.
Yeah,
Right.
beautiful car, completely stock and amazing.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Now, is it a hot rod? I'm going to say, yeah, it is. Is it a concourse style car? You know what? It really is. Is it a museum piece?
Well,
Yeah, it is.
I could tell you right now, it is not a hot rod, because a hot rod is something that you take from the factory and you modify it to look cooler, go faster.
Now, I'm gonna throw a little argument to you here. We met Chip Foose many years ago, well known from SEMA and all that sort of stuff.
Well known with mothers. We do a lot of work with Chip.
He's one of your guys.
Yeah.
Right. And he said to us, it doesn't matter what you drive. It could be a Hyundai. It could be a Toyota. As soon as you change one thing on a car, you are hot rodding.
You are hot rodding it, yeah.
And absolutely.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that even the what we call the hot rodders, the guys that are before our time, they actually relate back to what we are
Today.
And we're kind of hot rodders, but it's not like the 32 high boy or the American muscle style thing. But we're all hot rodders, right? And you can add spokey dokies to your BMX toots.
And call yourself a hot rodder.
I could do that. But I mean, like you're touching on a subject there that I hold dear to my heart, because I was there when we had that chat with Chip first.
Yeah,
lovely man he is.
Yeah, awesome.
But those
I did ask him to adopt me.
Yeah, I know, right? The things that he said to us on that day, Mark, about being hot rodders, and he went a little bit further. He said, it could be a drift car, JDM, whatever. And then it makes me think about how in our time, when we're modifying a Japanese car or whatever, we are initially hot rodding. It's just a time difference, a generational thing. Johnny, we were talking about that just earlier. Do you want to touch on that?
Yeah. I mean, in Chip's own words, or his own style, is that he's a designer.
Yeah.
Right? His dad was definitely a hot rodder, Sam Foose. And Sam Foose is actually a big inspiration for me, because Sam Foose built the coolest 46 coupe I'd ever seen as a teenager, and that's what made me want to buy a 46 coupe. That was my first car. My brother had one as well. So real big influence.
Family thing again.
Totally. Yeah. Sam passed the torch on to Chip, but Chip went a whole step further than that in his design work. So it didn't matter what landed on Chip's table. And if you watched overhauling over the years, and Peter Elmers was part of the A team, by the way. He was like the engine guy and what have you, but that's another story. But whatever landed on Chip's desk, he's just like, well, okay, what would the owner like to do? On that overhauling show.
I'm just going to cut back to that. There was a car built on overhauling, which was, that was a global show, right?
Yeah.
And
number one rated show in America for a long
we
time.
were the number one rated show in New Zealand. So
take that.
Yeah. Thanks for our 6 fans again. But right, there was a car built here in. A motor built here called HAIGH, and it had LPG.
Yep, that was Peter.
That Peter did that.
Peter was part of that. Yeah.
Absolutely, right. And people don't realise, we've talked about Mad Mike, we've talked about Bruce McLaren, we've got Shane Van Gisbergen up there in America at the moment. We've got Scotty McLaughlin.
Yeah.
We've got.
Did you just call the Giz Van Gisberger?
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
my
God.
Well, I was trying to relate back to
Okay, carry on.
Field there.
Yeah.
Right, just saying.
Got it.
All right, hey, when you get to my age, you can't get your words out. It's just what happens, right? But this is the thing. People just don't quite understand how amazing for a country the size of New Zealand, so small.
Yeah.
In America, you have 330 or 350 million people.
Yeah.
In New Zealand, we have 3.5, 4 million. We might be pushing on to 5. But the reality of it is, we are batting well hard.
Yeah, for sure. That particular motor was not actually built by Pete, but Pete did the LPG side of it, right?
That's the part that I want to talk
And,
about. It's
and,
awesome.
and where he got to with that, well, reason why that happened, that was actually Jim Holloway's dad's car. So the founder, Al Holloway from Mothers, had that car, that Chevelle, right? And so when they wanted to do the first power cruise, Jim and Dennis, the brothers, wanted to have that car there as an inaugural event, blah blah blah, and do their dad's car. And Pete came along, and the reason why LPG came up, Pete was messing around with it. He used to build race motors and stuff, right? So that was his gig. But he actually designed the fuel tanks for GM, for General Motors, right, when they wanted to use propane. So he did that. And, Pete, amazing engineer.
What? That was what the car was called, wasn't it? Called propane?
Yeah, correct.
It was.
Yeah.
Hey, here's some
LPG, propane. Oh,
here's some other.
the Austin.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
And if we can get.
I love that. That's so cool.
The interior is mind-blowing.
But look at the motor.
Yeah.
That's a Falcon motor.
That's a Falcon motor.
Taxi from
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah. Barra.
Yeah, Barra motor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the interior is just, that's up there.
That is up there, right?
It's beautiful, yeah. It's really beautiful.
Unless you don't love chrome. See, I'm not. I love, like this car is amazing, and I have respect for the detail in it. But I'm not a chrome guy.
It's a fantastic story. That was a son.
Yeah.
Got his dad's old work truck and did this for his, basically to respect his father and the legacy of that. So that's that passing that torch and that tradition thing. Yeah, an Austin truck is not everyone's cup of tea, but look, the story is awesome. The build quality is phenomenal. Yeah.
A neat situation that we have here on display. Now, look at the green car behind, right? Look at
That's
this.
the Roadhog, yeah, famous New Zealand show car from the 70s.
Yeah,
Right.
Let's go, Chrome Cam. Let's go to that green car. That is
That
insane.
looks to me
Roadhog.
like there was a cartoon
Yeah.
on TV as a kid, right? This and a Matchbox car like this one.
Yeah.
That just brings back those sorts of memories. And it's the memories that hold us all together. It's that soul. It's that passion.
Yeah.
It's that family connection. It's
Well,
that
the family
mateship.
connection on that car, I can tell you, that's Greg and Mark Stokes, father and son team, did the
Right.
restoration of this car. And that's only just recently been finished. And they restored it identical to how Ray Carter, the original builder, built it. So it's got a single carb on a Y-block Ford. Oh, why didn't you put a better? No, that's not how it was done. Even the paint job and everything like that, everything was done on that car. Was
That is
done exactly the
awesome.
same. So it's a faithful restoration of a very, very. I remember this car when I was a teenager. I was just enamored with it.
Right.
And
You know what? We've got Baby Zilla here, right? This car has been in on our standard weekend. We've had the new owner, but he's restored this car to how it was 25 years ago. That car's been restored. How old would that be? Like
oh, that was done in the very early 70s. Yeah.
before I was even born.
Yeah, and if you look just behind that car, there's another car, which is a New Zealand build, and it's a recreation of a car that was lost from the 60s called Uncertainty. And Uncertainty was definitely a car that inspired Ray Carter to build the Roadhog. If you go pan right, if you would, and there's a really kooky looking car. If you pan all the way right,
There you go.
just
That
over
bronzy
there,
looking one.
go
That one.
to that car. So that's the Uncertainty. And interestingly, New Zealand built car to recreation. It was recreated from magazines because the actual car from the 60s was lost. Nobody knew where it was for decades. So here's a New Zealand reproduction. This car was taken to America, Grand National Roads to show and debuted there. The Americans, it blew their mind that somebody had built. And actually the only difference really from this car to the original, because this is right-hand drive. Right.
Stop it.
But everything else on it, identical to the original car. Funnily enough, not long after this car debuted,
Yeah.
the call was made. They found the original car, unrestored, all dilapidated, and it's going to get restored
that'd be
to
mad.
full. So there'd be two of them. Yeah. Pretty
Look at the
fantastic.
state of that. That looked like a car. That looks like a cartoon car.
Oh, the 60s, it was all about the show cars were designed to shock you, and it was all about monster art, Ed Roth style stuff, and it was the wilder it was, more chrome, more metal flake. more exaggerated bodies. It's based off a Model T Ford. The only bit really Model T is the cowl, and everything else was hand fabricated. And mechanical
Look at the
fuel
key in the
injection.
back, the wind-up key.
Yeah. So this was designed to go to car shows, and it would do the circuit, and then they repainted it different colours the next year to do the circuit again. And then after a couple of years, they retire them and they build something new.
That is awesome.
As a kid, these were the cars that I was looking at. They had Weet-Bix cards with New Zealand hot rods on them when we were young fellas, and that used to collect the Weet-Bix cards out of the Weet-Bix box, and they'd have New Zealand hot rods on it. So this was all inspiring in the 60s and 70s.
Jonah could eat 11,
Yeah.
Weet-Bix. I remember those adverts growing up. We talked about, so this is what inspired you. We had some before, the VKs. The Peter Brock cars, the Mount Panorama, that weekend is coming up, the second Sunday in October. So this is a really, really nice car, but there's a blue one to your left, Chrome Cam.
Both of those cars are superb, by the way.
There's a blue VK Commodore.
Yeah, right up the front. Keep walking. The standard of these cars. That Evo to your right, let's just quickly stop there. This thing is nuts. We had a bit of a look at this one yesterday. This is just spectacular. Yeah, it's a showstopper. Awesome race car.
That is a showstopper.
Yeah.
Right? So that's hot rodding. That is absolutely hot rodding. I just think that thing is wicked. The attention to detail, the style that it's in. I love that thing. And it has chrome. Well, that's polished, but it doesn't really matter. Back to my VK story.
Sure.
I want to go to the VK because all I ever wanted when I was growing up, and I could never, ever, this thing.
Yeah.
Out of control.
Mm-hmm.
This, to me, that is sex on four wheels right there. Who's your daddy? It pays homage to Peter Brock. It pays homage to the mountain because the motorsport and Kiwiisms and stuff like that. And then full pro street, blower hanging out of the bonnet. Look at the state of that. That, to me, I rate that.
Yeah, the engine bay in that particular car is awesome. How clean it is and how that motor is fitted in there.
Even the way that the steering shaft that comes through for the firewall is actually painted on the car. I took a little bit of a note on that one.
Yeah, great, customized firewall and in the fender wells and things like that. It's just, that's what we're looking at as judges, It's like how much work did they put into that, how much design.
So it's got all these great tributes in my eyes, and we call those wheels gear buddies in Australia because everybody has them. Buddies.
Yeah.
It takes your well, we've been given a signal, but Johnny Pavlovich, it's been great to have you. Great to see you. Thank you so much for supporting us all those years ago. I love this Camaro. I could spend hours just doing this with you. I want to say, don't forget, get on board with our friends from Mothers. They have some amazing products. They support the scene from forever, for as long as I've been doing it. Huge thank you for you giving us your time. To the judges, we absolutely appreciate you and what you guys do and getting involved, and I love it. So thank you very much, Johnny Promo Toots. Take us out, my friend.
Well, thank you very much to everyone joining us on the live stream. It's been an incredible chat that we've had with our good friend Johnny Pavlovich. Johnny, thank you for everything that you do in the scene here in New Zealand, from hot rodding to judging show cars to being a bang-up citizen in the Mother's Car Care products. Look, we just really have appreciated your time. So on behalf of Mark and I at Import X, thank you very much for joining us, and we're going to say goodbye to you now.